You ever get bored watching a fighter dominate on the ground with almost no resistance from his opponent? Well, most of us do actually, but what we're seeing is only the surface. Because if you could feel what the opponent is experiencing, things are different. Let me explain. Wrestlers usually dominate one-on-one using several weapons. The most effective one in such scenarios is grip strength, a wrestler's most lethal weapon. Today, I'll break down why wrestling grip strength is different and feels impossible to escape to many opponents, and how wrestlers train it. Focus until the end. In MMA, strong grips decide whether the fight stays in the clinch, hits the fence, or goes to the ground. Grip in wrestling isn't just in the hands. It links the forearms, lats, core, hips, and legs into one system. So when a grip is established, the opponent is being mechanically controlled. Once that connection is made, the opponent is no longer in charge of his own weight or position. As dominance continues, pressure and fatigue start stacking, and that is why people panic early against dominant wrestlers. So even though it seems mundane to us spectators, that's how a lot of who fought Dagestanis actually felt in that octagon. It's worth mentioning that grip strength isn't limited to a single type, but actually expanded to several. Wrestlers rely on 3 kinds of grip strength. Each one shows up at a different moment of the fight. If one is missed, control breaks. First, static grip strength. This is the type used when the opponent is trapped. Static grip is about time. The longer a grip stays unchanged, the more the opponent's posture degrades and gets drained, forcing him to waste energy trying to escape something that isn't going anywhere. Second, dynamic grip strength. This is where wrestling grip becomes dangerous. Dynamic grip is the ability to maintain control while moving, like pulling while stepping, twisting while changing levels, or re-gripping without releasing pressure. It looks like smooth transitions, but what's really happening is constant force transfer. Third, endurance grip strength. This one is about rounds. An elite wrestler's grip stays functional minute after minute, making opponents feel helpless late in the match. Wrestlers rely on a few dominant grips, which are gable grips for body locks and pressure, S grips for quick transitions, wrist-to-wrist grips for lifting and dragging, and figure 4 grips to isolate limbs on the ground. So how do wrestlers develop this lethal weapon? The training starts with static holds. Things like dead hangs, towel hangs, or holding a thick bar. The focus here is time under tension, not reps, learning to keep the hands locked and strong, even when the body is tired. Next, there's carry-based grip, trained with heavy farmer's carries, sandbag carries, and zercher carries. The point is to train the grip while the whole body is moving, controlling weight while walking, stabilizing, and keeping the posture intact. Then we have pulling with grip demand, trained through rope climbs, towel rows, and GI pull-ups. These exercises mimic the kind of tension felt in a real wrestling match. They teach the hands and forearms to stay strong while the body is under load and constantly adjusting. Wrestlers also train leg grip strength, turning their thighs and hips into clamps. And that is through performing triangular holds. Body locks and leg rides teach the legs to squeeze and control opponents. Plus 2 adductor dominant exercises like sumo squats, Cossack squats, and Copenhagen planks strengthen the muscles responsible for this clamp. In addition to partner drills to build leg endurance and reaction so the legs lock automatically when the opponent struggles. And finally, there's isometrics, performed with things like crushing grippers, squeezing sandbags, or clinch holds against resistance. I guess these are the best and most used exercise for this purpose. This is what builds the grip strength that locks control in place. So when you see a fighter controlling his opponent on the ground with little resistance, you're not watching inactivity. You're watching grip, pressure, and positioning doing their job. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. See you next topics, and warrior salute.